There is no indication of aliens or extraterrestrial activity.
I don't think the American people need to worry about aliens.
There is no evidence of alien life on Earth other than Ted Cruz.
In the 1960s and 70s, there were many reports of alien abductions. I love aliens.
Neil deGrasse Tyson is a renowned astrophysicist and popularizer of science who has made a name for himself through his diverse range of work in various fields, including television, social media, books, and journalism. Despite his immense knowledge and achievements, he has maintained a level of skepticism towards established science at a time when it's becoming increasingly popular to doubt it. And while the world is abuzz with excitement over the possibility of alien life, with the US government and NASA taking a keen interest, Tyson remains a staunch skeptic of this idea. In a recent conversation with Joe Rogan, he expressed his views on the matter, and we're about to delve into them in today's video. What did the legendary scientist have to say? Stay tuned to find out. For decades, people have been fascinated by the possibility of extraterrestrial life and the existence of unidentified flying objects, UFOs. While the idea of aliens may have seemed far-fetched in the past, recent advances in technology and scientific discoveries have led many to believe that there could be intelligent life out there in the universe. In fact, there have been numerous reports of UFO sightings around the world in recent years, with many people claiming to have seen strange objects in the sky that defy explanation. In December 2017, the New York Times published an article revealing a secret Pentagon program that investigated reports of UFOs. The article included footage captured by US Navy pilots showing unidentified flying objects moving at high speeds and performing maneuvers that defied the laws of physics. In 2019, the US Navy also confirmed the authenticity of 3 leaked videos showing encounters with UFOs. Despite the abundance of UFO sightings and reports, many scientists remain skeptical about the existence of aliens. They argue that the vast distances between stars and planets make interstellar travel nearly impossible, and that the likelihood of 2 intelligent civilizations existing at the same time and place is extremely low. However, others believe that given the vastness of the universe, the odds of intelligent life existing elsewhere are much higher than we might think. One of the most notable figures in the debate over aliens and UFOs is astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson. Tyson has spoken publicly about his views on the subject, stating that he believes it's possible that there is life elsewhere in the universe, but that the evidence for UFO sightings on Earth is inconclusive. He has also criticized some UFO enthusiasts for their lack of scientific rigor and their tendency to jump to conclusions based on flimsy evidence. He said that the universe brims with mysteries, but we solve them through research, not by invoking the supernatural. Tyson argues that while the universe is vast and contains countless planets, the likelihood of intelligent life existing on other planets that can communicate with us is extremely low. In the podcast with Joe Rogan, he stated that the evidence is not so compelling that I would put my professional reputation on the line and go with it. He also points out that the human brain is not always reliable in interpreting visual stimuli, which could explain many UFO sightings. Nonetheless, Tyson acknowledges that the possibility of encountering intelligent life from another planet is a fascinating prospect, and one that could have profound implications for our understanding of the universe and our place in it. He also recently appeared on Who's Talking to Chris Wallace, where he discussed his views on the possibility of aliens and UFOs. When asked about whether he believes that alien life exists somewhere in the universe, Tyson responded, "I would say that if there weren't life, it would be astounding, given how common our ingredients are, and how quickly life took place here, and how many planets we know are orbiting host stars. And it would be astonishing if that were the case." While Tyson sees the possibility of alien life as plausible, he insists on empirical evidence before making any conclusions. The discussion then turned to the specific question of whether aliens have visited Earth, to which Tyson responded with skepticism. While his mind is open to the possibility, he is unwilling to believe that the grainy footage and eyewitness accounts we have seen constitute concrete proof. There's no evidence that would convince an authentic skeptic that we've been visited, he stated. Tyson also pointed out the lack of convincing evidence stating that, looking at the edge of the universe, and the best you have a visiting alien in our own atmosphere is a fuzzy tic-tac. You've got to do better than that if you're going to convince an astrophysicist. Theorists may have a lot to disagree with regarding Neil deGrasse Tyson's logic on this one, arguing that alien craft might have the ability to mask or obscure its appearance to the eye or current Earth technologies like radar. At the same time, Tyson is correct that until the proof is concrete, everything is just theory. He also shared his views on the topic of alien abductions during the appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast. For decades, people have claimed to have been abducted by aliens and taken aboard flying saucers. However, their stories have often been met with skepticism due to the lack of physical evidence. With the advent of high-resolution cameras in everyone's pockets, the possibility of capturing footage of extraterrestrial life has increased dramatically. Tyson acknowledged this fact, pointing out that in the past, people claimed that aliens abducted them but couldn't provide any photographic evidence. Now, with the ability to live stream from our cameras, we have a much greater chance of capturing footage that will prove once and for all whether aliens exist or not. He said that if there are so many encounters with extraterrestrial beings, why is there no footage of such events going viral? A cat that has a kitten that jumps to the table and falls, that goes viral. You don't think video footage of an alien is not going to go viral instantly, but there's none. So I'm just saying, if we were being visited, someone would have some good footage. If we were being visited, I'm thinking maybe Google satellite images would catch spaceships that are not aeroplanes moving on our surface. This discussion is a reminder of the importance of scientific evidence when it comes to the existence of extraterrestrial life. While the possibility of alien abductions has long been a topic of fascination and debate, without concrete evidence, it remains just that, a possibility. As Tyson pointed out, if the aliens do come, we now have the technology to capture the footage that could prove once and for all whether they are real or just a figment of our imagination. Further into conversation with Joe Rogan, Neil deGrasse Tyson also debunked the speculation that alien sightings occur in the ocean. Joe Rogan suggested that aliens could be using the ocean to monitor us, but Tyson was quick to dismiss this notion. He pointed out that the speculation was not true, and he acknowledged that there are people who strongly believe in alien visitations, and they might maintain their belief system by saying that aliens are concealing themselves in a particular way. However, he mentioned that the evidence for aliens is insufficient to excite his research interest, but he respects that it has excited other people. Tyson did not suggest defunding the military program on UAPs, updated UFOs, and believes everyone should have the freedom to pursue their interests. Neil deGrasse Tyson then gave an engaging example of the search for a mysterious planet known as Planet X. This elusive planet was first theorized to exist back in the 1800s, when astronomers noticed that Uranus was moving in a strange way that couldn't be explained by Newton's laws of gravity alone. They proposed that there must be another planet beyond Uranus whose gravity was affecting its orbit. Fast forward to the 1900s, and the search for Planet X was still ongoing. In the 1920s, astronomer Percival Lowell began a systematic search for the planet, believing that something was perturbing Neptune's orbit. He hired Clive Tombaugh to help with the research, but unfortunately, Lowell passed away before any conclusive evidence could be found. Tombaugh continued the search, systematically imaging the entire sky to find Planet X. And while he didn't find it, he did discover a small, icy object that would eventually be named Pluto. For many years, it was believed that Pluto was the long-sought-after Planet X. However, as more data was gathered and analyzed, it became clear that Pluto was not massive enough to cause the perturbations in Neptune's orbit. So the search for Planet X continued. It wasn't until 1993 that a colleague of Tyson's, astrophysicist Miles Standish, found a discrepancy in the data being used to study Neptune's orbit. One of the observatories that had contributed data had recently undergone some mechanical adjustments, which Standish believed could have affected the accuracy of the measurements. When he removed that data from his analysis, the perturbations in Neptune's orbit disappeared, and Planet X evaporated in an instant. The lesson here, as Tyson points out, is that scientists must be careful when analyzing data and not jump to conclusions too quickly. It's essential to consider all possible explanations for a phenomenon and ensure that the data being used is accurate and reliable. And in the case of Planet X, while it may not exist, the search for it led to the discovery of Pluto and expanded our understanding of the outer reaches of our solar system. In conclusion, the existence of aliens and UFOs remains a fascinating topic that continues to capture the public's imagination. While there have been numerous sightings and reports, the scientific community remains skeptical about the evidence presented so far. The recent sightings and leaked videos have added to the ongoing debate and speculation, with many scientists urging caution and further investigation. Ultimately, the search for extraterrestrial life and the exploration of the universe remains a crucial part of scientific research, and only time will tell whether we will ever make contact with intelligent life from beyond our planet. Now let's hear what you have to say about this in the comments section below.